Hello everybody, SirMonkeySuit here, back again with Tokyo Ghoul, Route A. We're on episode 4. So, in the last episode we had an introduction to some twin ghouls, one-eyed ones. So I imagine those probably will, I don't know, clash at some point, obviously. Because why else would you introduce them like that? We got introduced to Naki, allegedly Yamori's brother, although it doesn't necessarily have to be. Kaneki is named Eye Patch, that is what they've dubbed him. And we have Hideyoshi, like, sort of seemingly looking like he is going after Kaneki, trying to find him. It looks like he's, like, got all of this, you know, he's got all of the missing flyers and all that shit, and, you know what I mean, he's sort of, like, on this little, I don't know, he's taking this job in, as like a delivery boy or something, to get into CCG and get little bits of information and stuff. So relating to Kaneki. So yes, interesting. I guess we'll just get straight in episode 4 and shall we, and see where this goes. So if you have the footage, you know the score. 3, 2, 1, play. When I say play, you hit play. Watch it all together. Full reaction. This is a timer-based one. All right. So without further ado, let's get into it. So, 3, 2, 1, play. All right. A priest? Okay. Sun's out again. The young Amon. He's imprisoned. Why would he tell him anyway? Someone breaking out? Oh, right, yeah, because they're breaking in here, right? Oh, Takatsuki is. Question is, are they trying to release every one of the ghouls or a specific one? Oh, Nucky's here. All of them then, I guess. There's something very disconcerting about that. Like, just like the red eyes in the darkness. See, this is where I'm like, well, what's Kaneki's plan then? Because why would he let this happen? You get what I mean? I think he's alright. Are they making use of this? Oh, off of his head. Oh, for God's sake. What are you here for, Kaneki? What, one of them just decided not to open? That's quite convenient. Yeah, Susie, yeah. How do you run in flip-flops? Brother? So is Susie, like... Hmm? He's got such like uh, he's so weird. Surrounded. Who is this? He likes getting punched in the stomach, doesn't he, Kaneki? He coughed so hard his mask came off. I mean, he's easily taking them down. Like, uh, It does. He's dead. Yeah, I figured. Like, I thought before when he was like, "What am I sensing?" I was like, "What could this possibly be?" I was thinking possibly he's dead because his dad's no longer there. So that's what his Kagane was used for then, into that armor and stuff. I still don't know why he's fighting this guy. Oh. Why is he fighting this guy? Who is he? He obviously knows who Riza is, but that's all I've got. How would that be possible? God, you say a centipede. He hates centipedes. What's that? What? Okay. What was that transformation? What was that? That was so weird. It looked like a fucking centipede of, like, those, like, protruding things coming out of his back. But then he had something on his face. I don't know what that is. Alright, so we've got a guy called Yoshitoki who was part of the CCG. I think I remember seeing him in, like, episode 1 or something of season 2. Who's taking the front lines now. It's interesting how they always seem to think, like, they always just point out the owl, like he's the main target, whereas, like, you know what I mean, he's not the big boss man, is he, of Ohigiri Tree? So it's interesting how they're going after him. It's almost like a revenge thing as opposed to anything else. Unless they just don't simply know that he's not the big man at the top. They mentioned the priest. I don't know who that is. I don't think we saw him in this episode. I think they just mentioned him. So yeah, other than that, the rest of the episode took place in Cochlea, which is a Ghoul imprisonment place. So we've got a bit of backstory, a bit of background on Amon. You mentioned that Kazuki was there, like, obviously getting eaten. And he was part of an orphanage under a guy called Donato Popora, who was an SS. He's an SS rank villain. I assume he killed and ate Amon's father, like real father, and then took Amon into the orphanage. Because he did say, like, you know, he said like something along the lines of, "Oh, you smell like you'd probably, oh, you smell like you'd taste great," or something, unlike your father. So, yeah. I haven't seen Kaneki kill anybody yet. I've saw him eat people, but I haven't seen him kill them. So, I wonder if he's still taking that on. If he's still got that mindset of like not killing anybody. But if they're already dead, he will eat them. I think it's just because, like, you know, I'm kind of wondering what his plan is. Like, I don't know what he's after. You know? Because I know he said to Ayato there was a reason why, like, he basically confronted Ayato saying there's a reason why you joined Aigiri-chi, isn't it? It's to protect the ones that you love. So I wonder, I'm just thinking, like, well, Kaneki must be doing the same thing, but it looks like he's got, like, some sort of mission that he wants to do. And he has this thing with Orca. I don't know what that was all about, or Kamishiro or whatever. Because while he might not be killing anyone, like, I'm just wondering, like, how can he be all right with being with people, being with ghouls that go out and kill people, you know? Unless that whole idea of, like, if I'm being weak, then, you know, if I'm being weak, then people die or something. So I guess maybe he's just doing it for the people that he loves, and anybody else that gets in the way doesn't matter about them, kind of thing. Maybe that's why it's just Route A. Like, maybe it's just a different side that he could have gone down. Whereas RE0 may follow, like, the more obvious, like, the more obvious, the actual, like, the manga, and in which case he comes out obviously stronger, but he doesn't have that mentality of, you know, I don't know. We'll have to see. So the twins are making use of, like, the attack by Aigiri-chi to go get their brother. I wasn't expecting their brother to be Suzuya. I mean, because here's the thing, right? Suzuya, when he first was introduced in season 1, I was like, that guy is a ghoul. Like, cause he just looks like one, doesn't he? But what he said was, because I wrote down, like, is Suzuya the twins' brother? And is he just human then? But, like, you know what I mean? So technically he's their brother, but maybe he didn't get any, like, ghoul, like, DNA or whatever. I don't know. You know what I mean? Maybe those siblings were the result of a ghoul slash. Well, no, because a ghoul slash human can't, can they? They can't reproduce, can they? I feel like that was something that was said at some point. So, well, Suzuya did say, you know what I mean, did, like, something along the lines of, you let the ghoul side take over you, or something like that. So, is Suzuya still a ghoul? He just doesn't, they've just learned for a way to just not let it occur. I don't know. We'll have to see where that goes. Yeah, when Ayato was fighting that guy, and he said, "What's this I'm sensing?" the first thing that came to my mind was, right, he's dead, because obviously his dad's gone. And it's obviously nothing to do with Toka, right? I'm just trying to think of what he would pick up that he sensed that would mean anything whatsoever, and it would be his dad, right? So I imagine his dad's Kagane was used in the involvement of that armor. Maybe that must be what it is. And I don't know if it's on purpose, but Ayato does use his, I was going to say quirk, use his Kagane to wrap himself like protective armor. So, you know, if you get like certain Kagane traits from your mother and father, it's possible that he had the more, like, his dad had the more armor based one. You know what I mean? And that's why they used it for that prototype armor thing that the CCG is using. and it would make sense. Best, I guess that kind of confirms that the CCG killed Ayato and Toka's father. Yeah. And we'll have to wait and see what the hell that transformation's all about that Kaneki's doing, because I have no idea where he's getting that from. Like, yeah, we'll have to see. Anyway, yes, that was all. That was all for Tokyo Ghoul this week. Again, it's like, it's sort of like with this series, there's a lot of questions that need answering, and I think the problem is with Route A, for example, since it's not canon, like, I'm not looking for a lot of answers to things that were questions in Season 1. However, the reason why I am watching it, and people wonder why I'm watching it, because a lot of people said, oh, you don't even watch Route A, no point. There are answers in here that I doubt will be answered in the, like, Season 3, when it's actually, when the real story, canon story's continued. Now, I don't know this, but that's the reason why I'm watching it. Because, for example, I don't know if the whole Toka Ayato father thing will ever be addressed. I don't know if it'll ever be addressed past this point. I don't know if they'll ever, you know. So if I hadn't watched this, that is information that I might not pick up on. I'm watching it for a lot of different reasons, like more along the lines of not the story, because obviously the story's not canon. So, you know, it's not like I'm watching it for that. It's an interesting take on seeing like why Kaneki's done, like why he's gone down this route instead, but the main thing I'm watching it for is the details of like the world building and the reason why people do things. I think by putting Kaneki on this path, you probably get a deeper look into Ayato, maybe. So, you know, that's the reason why I'm doing it. So, yeah. Anyway, that is all for this week of Tokyo Ghoul. So thank you everyone for watching. I will see you all next time. Bye bye.